when I started the partnership, in order to manage my own personal trauma growing up, I have a very high trauma score. When you have a high trauma score, you have a lot of trauma responses. You get easily triggered. Like people that are track stars in relationships, like they see one red flag and they sprinting as fast as they can, or they'll give up if they get mad about something or just freak out. That's from trauma. That's from undiagnosed, untreated trauma. I promise you. If you address your trauma, you'll be so much more functional in all the things you're trying to accomplish. So working with Ken, there would be times where I'd say, well, wait a minute. I don't know if I've done it like that before. Or, or my team members will say, but boys, last year we did it like this at the convention. Why are we changing that? And I had to just make a commitment in the beginning to say, the partnership matters more than anything else. Working together is the most important thing. Us being teammates is what matters most. That's where I'm going to start every conversation, right? And that's literally even in that situation, and I think Ken would agree. Every time you bring anything together, it's hard, right? And I would encourage you to think about that because if you look at the fact that a lot of black businesses don't grow as much as they could and as much as they should, I want you to pay attention every time you start seeing Negroes fighting. Right, where somebody's on the internet blasting another person, blasting their ex-husband. You love that man. You said you would die for that man 8 months ago, and you had a baby with that man. Now he's the devil. Now you're trying to convince me that he's the most horrible person in the world. Now you're talking crazy about your baby's mama, but you made a baby with this lady, and now everything that you are fighting about is going to hurt your kids. You're hurting. You don't love your kids because if you loved your kids, you wouldn't be on the internet blasting your child's mother right now. That tells me that you're in a low vibrational energy because you're not in a building energy. Nothing good will come of the fact that this 4-year-old has to hear his daddy talk about his mama like she's a piece of trash. So I would say at the end of the day, that therapy piece, if you want to build business and build relationships and marriage is the ultimate business. Marriage is a business deal to some extent. Just know that it's a legal contract. If you want to build and maintain these agreements, you're gonna have to, settle down, commit to being patient, commit to the bigger ideal, and get out of these stupid little conversations that we see on the internet. These conversations on the internet are so destructive when they talk about relationships. I need women to do this and do that, and if you're a single mama, this is what's wrong with you. And the way the women talk about the men sometimes is just terrible. These niggas ain't shit, da, 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 right? And it's just a mess. It's an absolute mess. And that's why in those communities you will see that wealth typically is not developed. You will see that there's not much structure. You'll see there's not much progress. That's another thing too. If you're in the middle of shit, it's hard to fly high when you're sunk in a puddle of shit, right? If you're nose deep in crap, how the hell are you gonna fly like an eagle when you're trying to swim through the shit? And so if you are in a and to give you an example, look at how unproductive people become when they're in the middle of a bad relationship. When every day you wake up stressed, angry, fighting with somebody, constantly this constant state of irritation and anxiety, you're not going to get anything done. You're not going to accomplish your goals and dreams. Your goals and dreams are going to be like when you start fighting and people are like, oh well, I'm going to leave now. I got to go. Your goals and dreams are going to be like, excuse me, I got to go to the bathroom, and your dreams are going to climb out the bathroom window because they don't want to be in the middle of your shit. You need to fix. So if you want to ever be the shit, you better fix your shit. Were those bars right quick? Were those bars for me? Like, give me. I hope those were good bars. But really, to be the shit, you got to fix your shit, and you got to deal with your shit. If you don't deal with your shit, then you're gonna be in the middle of shit forever. So climb out of the shit. Let's go be the shit. Okay. All right. Anyway, let's keep going here. All right. So let's talk about the Trump thing. So with Trump, I'm just, and that's an economic lesson, and I always have to circle back on that to make sure you understand. Whenever we're talking about this, we're talking about economics. Look at some of the wealthiest people on earth. They usually run in groups and gangs. It's usually like a family that's really wealthy, or a corporation, which is like an economic family. That's what leads to power and wealth. Groups, gangs, connections, right? If you can't keep the band together, then you ain't gonna make no music. So really, that ability to keep the group together, is something that I believe is worth an investment in terms of learning how to work through those differences. I have a friend named Dr. George James who does something similar to what my wife does.